Hi, hi, hi! Hello, hello, hello! Hello, 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 hello! Long time no see. Just kidding. We saw each other on Friday. For 7 hours. Hello. Why is it raining? That's okay. I don't mind the rain sounds. I'll put the music down kind of low. Hello! Yes, yes, yes. As you can see... As you can see, today we are talking about witches. It's been a long time. I forgot to watch your live stream. Oh, well, at least you remembered now. Good morning, Prime. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Yumi. Let's go. Thank you for being a brewmate. Also, I think you gifted a membership earlier. I think so. Thank you so much for that as well. Thank you, thank you. It's Yumi Sensei. That's right. You can call me Miss Yumi. Okay, let me... That's me. Hi. Those 7 hours were beautiful last stream. I don't remember much. But I remember some of it. I need to replay that game. But I don't know if I have 7 hours to spare to replay a game in my free time to get it done. And I can't play it in bits because then I get bored. And then I'm like, I don't want to. But it has been far too long. How are you doing today? I am doing very well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have had such a busy weekend. But hopefully it'll calm down soon. Hopefully in a couple of days. We shall see, we shall see. Hello, hello, hello. You mean my member ended? Aw, that's okay. Whiskey does I miss you. Yes, I am aware. But at least I had 2 burgers. That was nice. I woke up to two burgers. They were cold, but they were edible. Smart Past Yumi ordered 2 burgers. She also ordered ice cream and it was melted. So that part sucks. But anyway, I'd like to be punished. Excuse me. We haven't even started the class. How can I punish you? Nothing has happened. But we are going to be talking about witches. Oh, you see the board behind me? Witches. There's so much. There's so much that we might have to break it up into 2 or 3 parts. But for now, this will be the first part. Warm up the burgers. Even when you warm them up, they're weird because they're McDonald's burgers. Hi, Yumi. Hello. Better than no food? That is true because I had no food in my house. I also woke up with my phone somehow underneath me, so someone was using their phone in bed. I have my phone under my pillow. That's so bad. When I get Discord messages, it wakes me up because my pillow vibrates. Witches? Yes, we are talking about witches. Cold burgers are never edible. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. It's a challenge, but they're edible. Hi, Yumi. Hello, hello. My teachers never needed a reason. That's horrifying. No, I don't like that. No. Multiple parts? Yes, yes, yes. Probably reading smut. Who would do that? Disgusting. I read the wildest book over the week on Friday night. Friday night? I read the wildest book on Friday night. Woo! It was weird, and I am still uncomfortable about it. Are witches real? Of course witches are real. Look at me. I am a real girl. How dare you? Witches are real. I like cold burgers. Thank you. You see? I fell asleep to your streams most times, Yumi. Okay, well... I'm not that boring. But usually I put it away before I sleep. Aw, thank you. Can I go to the bathroom? No, you just sat down. Hold it. Yumi Sensei, I'm a bit late to class. That's okay, that's okay. Come in, we still have time. Come in, take a seat. Get your notepads out. Is it aliens? No. It was a genre that I'm not a fan of, but Amazon, Kindle Unlimited was like, you might like this. And I'm like, I don't think I will. And then I started reading it and I was like, this is weird. This is weird. Even by my standards, this was very weird. I feel like it falls under furry if you ask me. But anyway. Cold burgers, like stale fry. No, I can't eat stale fry. Stale flies? I don't eat that either, but I don't like stale fries. But you're not a witch, you're a teacher. I'm a witchy teacher. You're welcome. Yum, cold food. Some food tastes good cold, I don't care. Jay, thank you! Normally, I try not to be down bad on Maine. But I'm in a good mood, so I love Yumi. I praise Yumi. I sacrifice my sleep for Yumi. Punish me, Yumi mama. No one's getting punished. You all like it a little bit too much. Are you going to teach us something normal? I was in Sari's classroom earlier. I was also in Sari's classroom earlier. I learned things I didn't want to know. Miss Yumi, will this be on our finals? Yes. Yes, it will. I'm going to test you on all the dark history. Ooh. Oh, I like that. At the end of the year, we will be having a quiz on everything we've spoken about in dark history. Take notes. Flies, don't worry about it. I forgot my pencil case at home. Someone, please lend Thiago a pencil. I don't have a notepad, but I have a blank spare C chart I can write my notes on. Okay, but write your notes wherever you want to. Okay, I don't know. No punishments. No punishments! Where's the syllabus? I will post it later. Time to go home, guys. We won't get spanked. Excuse you. The principal will do it. No! I shouldn't say that. You'd like that too. A quiz or an exam? A quiz. A group quiz. Yes. I like this. I like this. Can I see the witch doctor? I got a paper cut. Your paper cut will be fine. Don't worry about it. Just a little punishment. No! Too eager for punishments. Yes, now I'm starting to think you enjoyed the torture stream a little bit too much. Is this online school? Yes, it is. We were talking about the history of witches. I have so many tabs that I'm gonna try and make this work to the best of my ability, okay? I'm trying. I'm trying so hard. There we go. I'm interested in other topics at the moment. Ah, interesting. I see, I see. That's manageable. Yes. I want it back after class. You're not gonna get it back. V-sensei, no! I knew it. I knew you would like that. Who told Yumi about a test? Yeah, who was... who was the person that reminded me that there was homework? I think it was Mr. Not saying that it's their fault, but... Thank you for reminding me. Darth Baka, thank you for thank you for becoming a broom maid. A group quiz. I let my classmates do everything for me. If they give the wrong answers, you'll be in trouble. What if we behave? Will you punish us as a reward? Perhaps. I'll think about it. I take tests for fun. I'll even perform extra credit rituals if it means Yumi Sensei praises me and calls me a good boy. Ah. Yes. If you pay attention and listen. Oi! Sorry. If you pay attention and listen, maybe I'll call you good boys and girls at the end of the stream, okay? Is that our deal? She doesn't know she let me out of the basement. What? Who left the basement door open? What happened to snitches get stitches, Yumi? This is Sensei Yumi. I don't know who. I don't know what the other Yumi is. I don't know her. Who is she? Not me. What are your office hours? My office hours are 1 a.m. to 1:04 a.m. Unfortunately, if you can't make it during those times, I will not be able to assist you with any course work you may have questions about. I was tardy today. Sorry. That's okay. Come in. Take a seat. Take a seat. Ouch. I don't want visitors. Sora, thank you for being a roommate. Since you won't punish us, can I get some Bunk! Bunk! What does it take to be called a bad boy? You need to ace the quiz. If you can't make it during the various witching hours, you're out of luck. Exactly. Joke's on you, I'm used to being up at 1 a.m. Yes, but by the time you run down all the stairs to get to my office, while I have walked away to get a cup of tea, you missed it. Too bad, so sad. I am locked in. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. Are you going to talk about witch stuff? Like the things from The Conjuring that were based on real... That's less witch stuff and more haunting stuff. So we will talk about that separately. Yeah. Probably next month. I have a lot of haunted stuff for next month. Pero! Pero man, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just came back from a party. You are... I need a sneeze. No, it's fine. You went to a party instead of studying? Someone's gonna fail the quiz and we'll have to retake the class. I'm gonna go to sleep in the back of the class. Just wanted to let you know Teach didn't get any sleep. So can someone pass me the notes after? Appreciate it in advance. Broom night. I am disappointed. These students are something else. True. Congrats on your third super. 5 minutes of education. Nice. Hey, stop this. Something hot for teacher. I like that song. Hello, Yumi. Hello. We got you. Oh, and make sure you sleep well. If you're gonna sleep in my class, at least sleep well. Oh, why is it delayed? I need to sneeze. Oh no, it's good now. I was about to, and then it stopped. This is gonna drive me crazy. I need to sneeze. If we fail the test and retake the class, we'll be with Yumi more. That's not... Or you could be in my advanced class, huh? Is that not better? Don't mute. I didn't even sneeze. I've been absent for a week. Was there homework due? No. We had a week off from Dark History. So make sure you take note. What the? What? Is your lesson anything like the Owl House? I don't know what that is. Apparently saying watermelon stops you from sneezing. Really? Gesundheit. I didn't sneeze. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it there, but it's not coming. Yumi lecture before bedtime? That's right. Gonna have some sweet dreams. Ooh. Perhaps. We'll see. Advanced class with Yumi. Let's go. That's right. That's right. Yumi sensei, can you erase what's on the board? It's distracting. It says Witsk. Why do I need to erase it? Fine. Suspicious, but okay. Advanced class with Yumi. That's right. Can you... does the advanced class have more hands-on less... No. There's more practicals, for sure. What season is this? This is season 2. No, it's not. It's season 1, episode 2. The Season of the Witch. It's a good show. You'll enjoy it. The Owl House is on Disney. Oh, I don't have Disney. I only have Binge, because that's where the mummy is. Yesum! Thank you, thank you, thank you. V-Sensei likes for us to bring boba to our class. What would Yumi prefer? I would like Coke Zero. Coke Zero and candies. Oh, I have candy. For me, not for you. It's for me. Does that mean I have to be punished? No. What? What? No, there is no punishment. No punishments. No punishments today. Okay. All right. I think we are ready to start. I don't know if we're expecting any more, but they will get marks against their name for being late to class. You will get a gold star for being early. I have candy in my bag. Hey, no eating class. Unless you share with me. Teacher tax. I have Coke Zero and Welch's gummies. I'll take the Coke Zero, thank you. How much good our scores need to be in order to ask you? You're not allowed to date your teacher. It's illegal. You're welcome. Punishment time. No, punishment? No, you get... I said you get a mark against your name. Not that I'm gonna... damn it. You've got to pick up every stitch. Oh no, must be the season of the witch. Must be the season of the witch. I'll share my candy with you, Yumi. Thank you. You're so teacher taxed. You're Yumi taxed. Gold star, teacher's pet J is on a go. We can't date Yumi. Damn, I'm leaving this class. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. No, I'm not. I can feel it. It's gonna drive me crazy. At some point, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay. Season of the itch. No, it's not. Ow. Oh, yeah, it is. It's spring. What does it take to be teacher's pet? You have to bring me Coke Zero and tell me that my hair is shiny. Oh, teacher, steal more from me. Your charm is too irresistible. The sneezing, edging. I can feel it. It's tickly. Okay. Everyone, listen up. We're gonna start. We shall start. Come. Pay attention. Everyone in your chair. I don't know why I was about to say boxes. I don't think that's how that works. Perhaps that's how I do it. I'll put you all in boxes. Must be the season of the witch. I've been singing that all day. Okay. Let us do this, and let us move the lovely broommates down here. And I will move up here. There we go. Ha! Are we ready? Subway Surfers in the corner. Jingle skis. I don't have my key jingles anymore. You can have Lenore. Someone is throwing paper balls at me. Throw paper balls back. I can't solve all your problems for you, can I? Fight them during recess. Your hair is shiny, your glasses are cute, your model is gorgeous, and your voice is lovely. Oh, you're flattering me too much. Sits down and takes out notes. No books, please. Cute. Snaps fingers. Broommates. Bromates? I see what you did there. I'm gonna make a box for... No! When was this taken? When was what taken? Yumi T Witch, that is correct. I am Miss Yumi T Witch. Who are those witches, Yumi? They are my sisters. They are the sisters I used to hang out with in ye olde Victorian times. Lenore is back from vacation? Lenore is back from his vacation. Break Fight Club, let's go. Exactly. Pulls out massive paper bowl. Oh, okay. It's not illegal to compliment your teacher, but it is frowned upon. Are they single? They're all dead. Probably. Most likely? I don't know. We didn't stay in touch. Drinking beer during class. Drinking beer during class, shaking ass. All about that bass. That bass? Thank you, Darth Back. Thank you. Yumi Sensei, I have a question. Is it true that all witches are just beer brewers who got misunderstood by the society? I would like to think they were all gardeners, but anyway. The Witch of the Beach. Summer's over! I'm no longer Yumi the Beach. You look like the prettiest one in your family. Thank you. Well, no, I mean they're my witchy sisters, not my blood sisters. Well, the blood of the coven is thicker than water. You look like the prettiest one. Thank you. All about that bass. No trouble. Summer is over. Go to school. Yumi the Beach. Not Yumi the Beach. Okay. I have like 20 tabs, so forgive me. I'll figure this out. Okay. There's just a lot. There's a lot of info that yeah, it's okay. We'll figure it out. I need to put the broommates here safely so I can see them. And let me pull out my thing. Okay. Here we go. Yumi the Beach is gone. Now's the time for Yumi the Teach. Whoa! That's a good one. I like that. Where's the hot cousin witch? I am the hot cousin witch. How dare you? Oh, breathes heavy in pants while opening the door. Sorry. Sorry I'm late. That is okay, Link. Come in. Sit down. Sit. I need to sneeze. No, it's gone again. Oh my gosh. How do you make yourself sneeze? Because this is going to drive me crazy. Okay. You can have this bag of apples. Whoa, that's a lot of apples for me. 20 tabs are rookie numbers. Hey, I don't like having tabs open. Can't wait to hear about the crazy dude that wrote that book. Everyone thought he was crazy, but managed to convince some randos over time. I didn't go too much into the Malleus Maleficarum, but I probably should have. That's a really interesting story. He wrote it because he got butt hurt. Anyway, there's a lot. Okay, there's a lot, but lots of screaming. You just gotta let the sneeze rock. Don't announce it. Don't acknowledge it. Just let it fly. Sits down sweating. I'm a bit washed up this morning. This is okay. Guys, be quiet. I can't hear the teacher. Eye of Newt is just mustard seeds. Seeds. Why did I say seeds? Why witches are often associated with werewolves in the Renaissance period, Yumi Sensei, and when did they both become separate groups? Okay, hold on! Hold on! Okay, we're gonna do this, okay? And then we will have to do more. Duco rejected and decided to make it super personal. Right? Okay, we'll talk about that. It's not in the slides, but I know a bit about it. Are you ready to take notes? I have to move you over here now so I can actually read. Yes. The origins of witchcraft. So technically, well, yes and no. It was mostly women, but they were healers, and they would help women with giving birth and fertility issues. And they used herbal medicine, so they were very, very knowledgeable about all things plant-related and healing and medicines. They weren't called witches. I'm very bad at pronouncing things in Greek, but they were... it was the root of the word pharma. So they were considered almost pharmacists because of their medication. Write this down, yes. I saw the book in Discord and paused for like 10 minutes. No talking about the Discord. We're talking about witches. So yes, the origins were not about evil spells or making people do things. In ancient Greece and Rome, they were respected as healers and wise people. They helped with sickness, childbirth, and did rituals to ward off bad luck. Yes. Yumi the big farmer. Pharma, not farmer. But not everyone was on board. Even in ancient Rome, they had laws against harmful magic. So this is, think of things like love spells, love potions. They've been doing love potions for a long time. Pharmaca, that's it, thank you. Yes, that is the word. I'm very bad at etymology. I was trying to find the etymology of witch, and it did not give me what I wanted. It led me to the origin of Wicca. But I was like, I don't think that... I don't know. Anyway. Yes, so love potions and stuff were very banned, very frowned upon. And then Christianity started spreading. And we know a little bit about the history of Christianity, but they would take deities and gods and turn them into demons and devils. Farmer Yumi. No, stop this. They would turn them into demons and devils. And this sort of work line, not witchcraft. I'm using the term witchcraft loosely. It wasn't witchcraft. They were just pharmacists. It was demonized because the church was like, no, we will be the superior ones. Because you can't just win. You have to destroy everything in your wake, apparently. And yes, as Christianity became more popular, paganism gradually decreased. We will talk about things like Christmas and Halloween on different dark history streams, but they were all converted by the church to be more Christian-like, even though their roots are in paganism. But yes. Let us go next. Yes, the church. Only God can do magic, allegedly. People blame random women. Yes, that is true. We will talk about that. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. They turned Phoenician, I'm so bad at reading, into Beelzebub and Belphegor. Oh, that's interesting. They had love potions, yes. I mean, you can still get love potions. I don't know if a certain set of herbs will make people fall in love with you, but apparently there have been historical references to mixes of herbs that I guess make you sort of lose your mind. So I don't even think that's a love potion. I think that's being roofied. So let's not talk about that. My poor Samhain, exactly. And Christmas. Love potions are just cheat codes. They're also illegal. The church's crusade. When Christianity started spreading across Europe, it wasn't just about spreading faith. Nay. It was about pushing out older pagan practices. The church wanted to be the big boss of all things spiritual. So it labeled ancient beliefs as heretical. Heretics, all of them! Pagan gods became demons, and the people who practiced these old traditions, mostly women, were branded as witches. I think you can see where this is. My favorite magical potion, cocaine. I think you can see where this is going. So, in reference to how the church validated doing this, is validated the right word? Validated. Yeah. One key story from the Bible that influenced the tale was the Witch of Endor. In it, King Saul asked a woman with necromantic skills, a witch, to summon the spirit of the prophet Samuel. This story became a major argument against witchcraft and talking to the dead. As the church's power grew, so did their efforts to wipe out anything that didn't fit their teachings. This eventually led to a full-blown witch hunt. I blame the church. Excuse me. Paituri. I'm gonna read that as two. I know what you're trying to do. Thank you for being a brewmate. You don't need love potions to riz me, Yumi. Oh, stop. I remember this story. Haters gonna hate. Blame the church. Okay, let's not start that hashtag. I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for that. Let's not do that. No hashtag blame the church. Hashtag bring back pagan rituals. That's better. They say this was a way to warn that only Jesus and saints can perform that kind of stuff. That is correct, yes. Gotta love how they use translated text, which might not even translate properly. That is also one of the issues with, religious text being translated is very hard because a lot of the time there's not a one-for-one word for a lot of these things. So sometimes they try and fill in the blanks, or one word had multiple meanings. So when it's translated, it's not exactly what they think it will mean. And then people misread it, and then someone's like, hey, I think it means this. And then they're like, it's been 200 years. It's a bit late to change it now. Surprise! Yes. The 3 most contentious book fandoms. One thing that gets me is that throughout history is that most witches were innocent, and even then people would find ways to get rid of them. This is also true. We will discuss this a little bit later. Would they blame those of the church at times for occurrences they couldn't explain? No. It would... If someone from the church... I think I know what you're trying to ask. If someone from the church did something suspect, it would be because they were possessed and or were driven to it by some demonic forces or a witch. There was I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but there was a deacon that was accused of witchcraft and went through all the same torture methods as the witches and then was executed. But yes, so he was executed, but they did blame it on external factors. Also, I think he was innocent. The word pagan started out as a way to describe people in the rural era of Roman Empire, for they practiced polytheism. I can't read. Polytheism. There we go. Thank you. Is Yumi one of those interesting innocent witches? Yes. I've never done anything wrong. Also, I know I am referencing the church a lot, but let us not delve too much into religion, if that is okay. Okay? It just has a lot of... it just goes hand in hand with witchcraft, so I feel like I should mention it, but we shall not delve too much into it. Didn't the church have a lot of power back then? Yes, it did, very much so. Especially the Spanish and the Catholic Church. Is the Catholic Church Spanish? I don't know. Made you read... Thank you, Doc. Thank you. I cannot read some hard words. Sometimes my tongue stops working. Were you forced to read The Crucible? No. Yes, ma'am. Innocent. Quote, unquote. Yumi did one thing wrong. She failed to expand the witches' population. Okay. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. The church was basically kings back then. They were. A lot of stuff that happened was due to the call of the church, because the church didn't want to lose their power. Okay. The Malleus Maleficarum translates into the hammer falls. Yes, yes, yes. The Malleus Maleficarum, the Hammer of Witches, was published in 1487 as a manual to identify witches. It was written by Heinrich Kramer, a Dominican inquisitor. This book was basically a how-to guide for hunting witches. It was used a lot throughout Europe and basically kicked off a lot of the witch hunts. It was... Oh, the book laid out how to spot a witch, how to interrogate a witch, and how to get a confession. They basically tortured people into confessing. And we know now that torture can make people admit to things even if they are not true. Also, well, actually, no, I won't say that because there's that's part of another another slide, so I won't include the part I was going to say. Please don't get me canceled. Please don't get me canceled, please. Yes, please. It had some pretty messed up ideas, like women being more likely to be witches because they were more susceptible to devilish temptations. And this led to a lot of women being accused for basically just being kind of weird. You weren't allowed to be quirky, okay? You weren't allowed to be quirky or a doctor. And that extended until like the Victorian era, didn't it? Because in the Victorian era, even though women could technically go to university, this is a sidetrack. Even though women could technically go to university, it was like a lot of male psychologists and doctors warned that if a woman went to university and became educated, her poor, fragile brain would take up too much energy and her uterus would would turn to dust and she could never bear children. Also, just a fun fact about the Malleus Maleficarum. So this was the rumor. I don't know if it's rumor. Is it historically known? I don't know. Heinrich Kramer assaulted a woman, and she told everyone that he assaulted her. And then he got butthurt when he was like, no, she seduced me. And then the town was like, I don't think she did. And then he was like, I hate you. And then he ran away. And he wrote the Malleus Maleficarum because he was like, man, these chicks denying me what I wanted. So he wrote this book. And it took a while for people to catch on to it. But there was a lot of people that I feel like the church saw this and were like, this could be what we need to start what we need to start. But yeah, that's a I should have gone more into this. It's actually a fun story, but I didn't think to. He was an absolute loser. Oh, he was absolutely a loser. Are you supposed to be changing tabs? What do you mean? We're still talking about the Malleus Maleficarum. I will change it when we move on. Man, these women so hard to riz, literally. Man couldn't accept they didn't want him. This is the first insult. Yes, you are all making very valid points. This is how this started. He got really hurt. Yes, he got butt hurt over this, and he was like, let me write this massive ass book on. So basically, I guess his theory was like, if I try and get a woman and she says no, I'm gonna be like, she's a witch. So yeah, we could probably go more into detail of this maybe some other time or maybe a little later. But the Malleus Maleficarum is very, very interesting. It is. I do have a few copies of this. I'm trying to find a very old copy. Probably not as old as this because I don't think I can afford that. But I would love one. But yes, I just get distracted. Oh, that's okay. Collapsed, not failed. Sorry. Wow. That's wild because I heard Vikings back let women do taxes or finances. They thought the women were witches. There is, I mean, this is related to something else. This is another sidetrack. Women in different periods of time had a lot of freedom, and it was only when certain things triggered it, where someone decided to publish an idea that women couldn't do something, and then that sort of spiral. So like in the Victorian era, women could go to university. It was quote unquote frowned upon because, you know, if she was too smart, she couldn't have babies. But then something happened after that where they sort of regressed back in time. You could probably find some famous person that started an idea that caught traction and basically regressed women's rights. It happens all the time. It's kind of interesting. The Kramer roast stream. We're gonna have a roast, guys, and Kramer's on the menu. Have you ever summoned? No, I haven't summoned anyone. If I would summon if I was gonna summon someone, it would either be Medusa or Hecate. That's who I would summon. Now let us talk a little bit about how to spot a witch. Celtic women tended early to have freedom too. It was more about who had the higher finance power. That makes sense. Medusa. Oh, ew, no. Hecate, beloved. Exactly. Yes. Kramer, more like lamer. Okay. Pay attention to class. Okay, we've had our. Okay. How to spot a witch? Number 1, if she was a woman. Most likely a witch. Number 2, the devil's mark. So if you had a physical mark, perhaps a mole, or if you had a birthmark, or basically anything that they would not consider quote unquote normal, you were most likely, you know, possessed, or a booba mole. If you had a booba mole, you were probably possessed by the devil, and this is why you were a witch. Familiars. If you had a pet, you're probably a witch. You had a cat, witch. Dog, witch. Bird, witch. Frog, witch. Basically, if you had, the more weird the pet was, the more likely you were a witch. Not fun, but that's how that works. Basically, they believe that the familiars, the pets, the animals, were spiritual entities that helped witches do their magical rituals and spells. These are some very interesting way to spot a witch. Can talk to birds. She's a witch. What? I'm a witch? Breathing? Witch? Existed? Witch. Basically. Wait, and the Bible. This is one of my favorite ones just because it's so dumb. Also, please keep in mind that this was written by now I can only think of lamer. It was written by Kramer. Okay, these were some of the things that he has said is how you can spot a witch. So remember that, like, how insane these are. He's gotta be so pissed about what had happened. So wait, in the Bible, what would happen is they would obtain a stack of Bibles, or heavy books, mostly Bibles. Can you explain stealing weenies? Oh, I will. Wait, we will get there, and you will be surprised. And they would take a stack of Bibles, and they would take the accused person, and if the accused person weighed more than the stack of Bibles, she was a witch. Now wait, what if she weighed less than the stack of Bibles? She was a witch. So the witch, I keep saying she, they were men that were tried as witches, mostly women. I apologize if I keep saying she, but my default. They had to weigh the exact same as a stack of Bibles to be considered innocent. You can imagine how impossible that is. Bloody Kramer. Brother, huh? Exactly. Weighs the same as a duck? Witch. I see a witch. Brother, huh? I prefer warlock, thank you. Lose. All of these tests, I will go through these tests, and you will realize that they are very much all just lose scenarios, okay? You can't win. You can't win, honestly. The next one is the water test. I'm sure most of you are familiar with this. That's a really specific diet to have. This was also called dunking. This is the one where they were thrown into water. The women were tied up. Usually they were tied up with like right thumb to left toe, left thumb to right toe. And they were chucked in the water. And if they floated, they were guilty. If they, well, it was because it was believed that witches were rejected by the holy element of water. Holy water, some might say. I wonder if they bless the water with a priest first. Oh, that'd be really interesting. Anyway, if they sank and drowned, they were innocent. But dead. You couldn't recover from that, really. Your glasses are nice. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You get a gold star. Surely their witch powers would save them. Well, that's the problem. If your witch power saved you, you would be killed anyway. So, testing for witches is just fat shaming. Literally. I want to know if Kramer got a stack of Bibles, weighed them, and was like, if she's over this, she's fat. Dar, thank you. Can you turn me into a squirrel? Perhaps after class. If they didn't, they're dead. True. If they float, they're a witch. If they're drowned, they're fine. Exactly. So you die regardless. Yes. Kramer's so salty. Yeah, that is... Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Makes perfect sense. I'm sure the tests were made to get full coverage. Holy water of death. Kramer got dumped by a witch, so he literally started dumping them in water. Yes, I feel like there was always something in regards to this. Let me open up my alert thing, because I think I missed a couple of things that I don't want to... Oh. Put this over here. Excuse me. Derek, thank you so much. No message. Ooh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yisam, thank you for being a broommate. Did I already thank you? Okay. Oh, good. We caught up. She drowned. Oh, well, exactly. Yes, exactly. Oh, you died, but your soul was saved, of course. Yes. Okay, the next one is odd hobbies. So if you liked gardening and you liked growing perhaps different things of the herbal variety, you're a witch. If you were too independent and you didn't need to rely on anyone to help you with stuff, so I don't know, maybe you needed to fix a chair and you were like, I can fix it. I don't need to call a carpenter. Witch. If you had any knowledge of things that weren't considered normal at the time, witch. Everything is witchy. Witch's teat. If you had an extra nipple or you had a bump, it was considered like the way you would feed your demonic familiar. Because you can't feed them from your regular nips. You gotta have an extra nip for that, apparently. Imagine if that was just, you got nipples, witch! She knows how to riz, witch! Oh my goodness. If, yeah, 100%! We will get to that. There's actually a riz one. Talking to the dead. I mean, I feel like that's self-explanatory. But if you claimed you had the ability to communicate with the dead, or you hung out near graveyards, maybe you like the peace and quiet. If you hung out with graveyards, you were probably a witch. If you had a dream about someone that had passed away, witch. If you... Basically, you're always a witch, okay? They need to be breastfed. Breast is best! Yes, exactly. I don't know why they need to, but apparently they need to. Derek, thank you so much for gifting a membership. Thank you. Graveyard parties? Exactly. Everything's witchcraft. Very much so. I am not a witch. That's what a witch would say. Witch! The gravedigger witch. Don't eat that. That'll kill you. Witch! Yes! Breast is fed. This feels like material for BuzzFeed quiz. Honestly, probably. Stealing weenies. This one's my favorite just because it's so unhinged. It's so unhinged, okay? Let me just take a quick drink. So this this one's my favorite one. Okay, so witches supposedly could steal men's weenies, genitalia, and keep them in little boxes as pets. It's absolutely absurd, but I have so many questions. Like, so if, okay, say you were married to a dude and he cheated on you, he'd be like, a witch stole my weenie. How do they affirm this? Do you just say, the guy just comes forward and is like, she stole my weenie, is keeping it as a pet. That's why I love her so much. I'd be like, show me your weenie. Show me proof you don't have one anymore, huh? It's wild, pet weenies. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that does sound kind of cute though. No. just in a little, I imagine it like a little hamster. In a little hamster enclosure with a little wheel. Kind of cute. But that's gonna be the most crazy one, no? But yes, if you were minding your own business and a married man tries to hit on you, which you're a witch, you seduced him. You could probably see where this is going. Also, one of the ways to spot a witch is if you are accused of being a witch. Yeah. Especially by another witch. So if you had a grudge against someone, and this has happened, you could basically go to whoever was in charge of the witch, probably the church in your town, and you would go to them and say, she came to me and said, do you want to be a witch? And she would be considered a witch. They really didn't fact check anything. They just kind of went with it. Old age impotence must be a witch. That's true. I did think about that too. Witch time to feed Willy. Big mouth involves petting weenies with fur. That's true. I wonder why I can't remember my menu. Huh? A face hugger seems like a pet weenie. Yeah. Okay, if you say so. Okay, the next one is the cake test. So this is also very weird, but they would make a cake using rye flour. I don't know why rye. I wonder if there's supposed to be a reaction there. And they would take the urine of the witch. Oh, wait, no, of a victim. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. They would take the urine of a victim of the witch, alleged witch, and they would bake the cake and feed it to a dog. If the dog started acting weird after eating the piss cake, I like calling it piss cake, it was believed that that was proof that she was a witch. Well, you couldn't prove anything because it's all baseless. You couldn't prove most of these things. High school drama with higher consequences. Quite literally, yes. Exactly. Source, trust me, bro. Source is Kramer. Source is the butthurt guy that got run out of town. Kramer. Rye can have mold that has psychedelic properties. I don't know if they knew that. Oh, wait. That would induce mass hysteria, wouldn't it? If they had, like, rye that had gone bad and they made bread with it, that would induce mass hysteria. I feel like that explains a lot. Rye's involved in pagan stuff. I didn't know rye was used like that. What if the cake is laced with chocolate? Okay, well, I think they just used plain cake. Rye flour and pee to make the piss cake. And then feed it to the dog. If the dog got sick or started... Not even sick. If the dog started acting weird. What if the dog really liked the cake and got excited? They were like, oh, witch. Test designs to be impossible and symptoms designed to cover any situation. Yes. Basically. He was like, if you're going to be accused of the witch, I'm going to kill you. Isn't bread edible mold anyways? Yes. Piss cake. Writes it down. Yes. Write down piss cake. The next one is talking to themselves. I would have been declared a witch immediately. I talk to myself all the time. All the time. It's how I process stuff. But if you did that, they thought you were trying to speak to the invisible demons and evil spirits. Witch! Also, if you swore, witch, because, you know, only witches swear. If you were... This one I love. If you were caught flying on a broomstick, probably a witch. This one makes me feel like... This one and shapeshifting. So if you were caught turning into animals, these were actually common accusations against women. So if you got into an argument with Sarah at the store about like the lost jug of milk... I don't know, what did they eat back then? The last jug of milk, she could be like, I saw her turn into a cat. She's a witch. I saw her flying in the sky on a broom. She's a witch. So they basically just believed everyone. Yumi is talking to an empty classroom. Hey, no, I'm not. If you don't get caught, it doesn't count. Well, you don't even need to get caught. They expect you to know the 10 Commandments by heart. That one I feel like is not terrible, but one of them is actually reciting certain parts of the Bible. So if you don't have your entire Bible memorized, and they were like, do this one, or different Lord's prayers, they would... You were a witch, obviously. You weren't just stupid or you didn't care to study. You were a witch. They both call each other a witch and lose. Then they would both go up for a crime. Yes. But usually the first person to accuse is most likely the safer one, because they'll be like, I rejected the devil and I used the Lord's power to accuse her of being a witch. You recite the Bible like Eminem. Probably a witch, yes. Especially when women don't get taught to read. Yes, they have to go by memory. I barely remember my phone number. I would have gotten folded back then. I feel like most of us would be in trouble. Jealousy. So if someone experienced misfortune, maybe a cow dies, or maybe they grew corn and then something happened and all the corn died, they would basically accuse a woman of being jealous, and that is why that happened. Witch! Misfortune? No, not misfortune. Okay, we're not playing League right now. She's so pretty though. Hold it, she's a witch. Objection, she's a witch. Jealousy, I guess I'm a witch, y'all. That is, yes. This is the problem here. The touch test. I like this one. So if you... a lot of this is just people lying, okay? But if you were saying that you had symptoms caused by so-and-so, if that person was touched by the witch and their symptoms stopped, so maybe you were like, I'm so itchy, I'm itchy everywhere, it's because Sarah said I was a witch. I don't know why I keep using Sarah. I feel like Sarah's a very witchy name. And you were like, Sarah made me itchy. And then if Sarah touched you and then you were like, I'm not itchy anymore, Sarah's a witch. Of course she's a witch. She's too bewitching. Stop. That one's especially stupid. There's a lot of stupid ones. How can we know that Yumi Sensei is a real witch or not? It's simple. Taste her cakes. Well, no, you would... No, that's not how that works. You would have to taste someone else's cake. Joke's on you. And... Yes, those are the ways to spot a witch. You're welcome. So keep that in mind if you're ever trying to spot a witch. If they're a woman, definitely a witch. I feel like cake test takes a lot of work. Maybe don't do that one. If you see someone flying or turning into an animal, probably... I turned into an animal during my 3D debut. Do you think I might be a witch? So we need broommate P. Exactly. I don't like where this is going. Okay. Next, terror in the torture chamber. Now, obviously, if you accused a woman of being a witch, or you, excuse me, I did it again. If you accused someone of being a witch, you had to have a way to make them confess to being a witch. Honestly, that was the easiest way to declare they were a witch, is to force them to, it was to force them to confess. Maybe you are a witch. Maybe. I have to taste all the VTuber cake. No way, Yumi T Witch is a witch? I thought it was just a coincidence that my last name was Witch. Oh. I learned all this from the previous class. That's right. A lot of these we have already gone through. This one's a new one. This is the iron chair. It has many, many spikes, and they would put the accused on the chair, and if they did not confess fast enough, they would light a flame underneath the chair, so it would get hot, very, 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 very hot, very hot, very hot, very hot, and your skin would start melting. You'd be melting to the chair. Chair? Yes, very painful. Where's the tickle torture? No tickling if you're a witch. No. Very painful, of course. Of course, our beloved Strapado. We all know what this is like. They suspend you with your hands behind your back, and then you're hoisted into the air, and then they add weights to your feet to dislocate your shoulders. Everyone's favorite, the thumb screws. It was used for thumbs or fingers and other appendages if you have those. I mean, I guess you might not because the witch has kept your weenie as a pet. But they would use these. Yes. What is this one? This one's the crushing stone. A classic also. They would put you on the floor and just load up rocks on you until you got crushed. Crushed your chest. You would suffocate or break a lot of bones. This one is the witch's bridle. This one's interesting. So it was like a cage that would go around your head that had lots of metal spikes, and it would go into your mouth so that you couldn't talk because you don't want the witches reciting witchy things. And then, yes, you would be paraded around town on a leash. Kind of upsetting, honestly. This one is our beloved... This one is our... dunking one, the water torture one. So yes, you'd have one, you'd be crisscross. So like right hand to left, right thumb to left toe, left thumb to right toe. So you'd be like that, and then you'd be thrown into water. And my favorite, we all know how much I love the rack. The rack is my beloved. The rack is my favorite. It looks like it would be so good. Just the best stretch ever. Of course, they would use the rack to get people to admit to it. And finally, witch burning. Sleep deprivation. Also, I don't have a photo for that. They would basically keep you up until they broke your will and forced a confession. As you can imagine, you would probably, if you were submitted to all of these, you would just admit to being a witch. The caveat being that you would still be killed or for being a witch. So, yeah. Your only hope would be to say that you were cursed by other people and accuse them of being witches. A lot of finger pointing, honestly. Witchcraft was made legal in 52, so we are safe. Well, we're talking about this. But oh yeah, by the way, burning at the stake was usually used for heretics, and also just for a public spectacle and punishment. Stretch. This is a stretch reminder. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stretch. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Witch burning. I feel like it's the most poignant one, though. That's probably why they use it for so many visuals. The witch hunt begins! Your only hope was to have no life or hobbies. Hold on. If you were a recluse that barely left your house, you're a witch! You really had no way. There was also, like, priests' wives, or pastors' wives, excuse me, not priests' wives, pastors' wives that were accused of being witches. You really had, you really couldn't do anything. Like, if you wanted to marry someone and they were married to someone else, you could just accuse them of being a witch. And then you would get your man back. So... why do I always end up at V4Mirai VTubers when I'm searching for cookie recipes? Because we're so sweet. We're so sweet, like cookies. Also, I am talking about witch burning, so perhaps that's why. Let's all sit around the witch fire and sing a witch fire song. Sorry for being late. That's okay. Come in, take a seat. I think our teacher might be a witch. You can't prove that! So we will be told... excuse me, Calypso! You're interrupting the class. Good. They must mean biscotti. Aww! Don't remind me! Yum, biscotti. Oh, that's so true! Can't covet thy neighbor's wife, so accuse their lover of being a witch and swoop in later. Yup. Maybe he's got some teenage daughters that you don't want to be around. Witch! I was at with Sweet Rem insulted me. Ah, Rem did do her insulting stream. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yumi's talking to a bird, which oh, Calypso, you're gonna get me murdered. Okay, we're heading into the witch hunt frenzy. The Würzburg and Bamberg trials. This is modern day Germany. Yeah. They were infamous for being among the harshest witch hunts in early modern Europe. They took place in what is now Germany, in the territory I can read, of Würzburg and Bamberg. During the late 16th and early 17th century, there was a time when people feared witchcraft more than basically anything, and it was due to religion, society, and political pressures. We will talk about the political pressures when we talk about William. I have a severe dislike for William, and you will see why. They were very brutal. So over 900 people were accused. We don't have exact numbers on executed, of course, but there was about 300 people that were executed. The chief inquisitor, Balthazar Neuss, was known for his ruthless methods. And in the Bamberg trials were happening at the same time. And about 600 people were accused, and another 300 were executed under Prince Bishop Johann Georg II Fuchs von Dornheim. Jeez. What a name! That's how you know he's super fancy. Both trials used extreme torture and dubious evidence to force confessions. The fear and distrust created by these trials lasted long after they ended, showing just how dangerous mass hysteria and unchecked power can be. I believe there's varying accounts of this, but a few quoted that in this area specifically, a lot of women were suffering from miscarriages and stillbirths, and the men in these towns would have to travel for work. So these places were generally mostly female occupied. And someone suggested that because of the high, stillborn or miscarriage rate, that perhaps there was some evil brewing, perhaps a jealous woman or jealous women were cursing pregnant women. And this is how mass hysteria began. Yes. Nice teacher clothes. Thank you. What do you mean? Witch trials in Britain rarely ended in women getting killed because they were mostly pardoned. They mostly accused a whole bunch of other people and got themselves pardoned. Also, it depends who was ruling at the time. There was a few kings. There was a period of time where, hey, stop biting me. There was a period of time. I'm not talking to my bird. I'm not a witch. What? Are you trying to kiss me? Oh, I love you so much. There was a period of time where there were some kings that were... You're gonna poop on me, aren't you? He did. There was a period of time where there were kings that didn't really believe in the torture methods or witches in general, so they did not actively pursue witch. No, I'm not a witch. She's kissing a bird. Witch. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get so screwed. I'm gonna be burnt at the stake before the end of the stream. And there were other kings that were very much in belief of witchcraft, so they well, we'll talk about that a little later. Actually, we do have something to talk about this. But yes, this was basically a case of mass hysteria occurred here, and they killed a lot of innocent women. She's talking to animals. She's a witch. I don't know what you're talking about. This one's my favorite case. It's messed up, but it's quite interesting. This is about the Pendle witches. So the Pendle witches was a witch trial in 1612, and it's very famous. You may have heard. Why are you knocking over cans? Stop this. I don't know why he's misbehaving so much. The main focus was on the Device family. Burn at the stake offers Yumi a job at the steakhouse. Oh, steak sounds good. The Device family, who were accused of being witches, and One of the most interesting parts of this was that she's staring in my soul. She was drawn like this. She accused and testified against her own family members. She was 9 years old. Her name was Allison, or Allison with a Z. And she basically accused her family and testified against them in the trials. And she was the reason a lot of her family was sentenced to death. He wants attention. He does very much want attention. So these trials took place when fear and suspicion were running high in early 17th century England. Ow! Rumors and personal grudges quickly turned into witchcraft accusations, and Pendle Hill was no different. Go Tibbers. At 9 years old, Allison accused her own family of witchcraft, claiming they used magic to harm others. Her testimony was a big factor in the case. I have seen some documentaries. Exactly, the child was coerced. I did see some documentaries that she was being abused, and she had someone who promised her that if she said this, she would be removed from their custody and given a better life. So there's that. There was also another one that said that basically she wanted to go out and play with her friends or something, and her parents were like, no, come home. And she was like, they're a witch! So the retelling is a bit spotty in some places. Evil child. She is drawn at as evil because she was supposed to be from a family of witches, and she was 9 years old, basically accusing her family, making a living off accusing people. We will get to that. We will get to that. Besides the Device family, her grandmother Elizabeth and her relatives were accused of using witchcraft to cause illness and misfortune. They were blamed for various local troubles. Maybe they had quotas. We will talk about that. Or she was just a crazy child. Yes. Why would they take the words of kids seriously? A lot of religious people believe that children are still pure. They have not fallen to the temptations of the world. So you'll find that a lot of religious people will say that children are pure and will generally believe them at face value, especially during this time period. Besides the Device family, several locals were also accused of witchcraft. These accusations often came from personal disputes. She parked her carriage on my lawn. She's a witch. She's a Sith. Thankfully, we had Genghis Khan. Yeah, that's true. Yep. Yes. So, unfortunate, but... the accusations were that the Device family and others were using witchcraft to cast spells and cause harm. The local authorities jumped on these claims, leading to trials, honestly. I feel like a lot of these towns were very boring. And when there was a chance... Like, I read something about some of the witch trials. A witch trial was actually put on hold because so many people wanted to attend the trial that they rebuilt the courthouse so that there were more seats for people to come watch the witch trials. So I feel like... perhaps boredom also took part in this. Like, imagine being the clergy and being like, nah, nothing happens in this town. I think someone's a witch. Oh my god. It's my time to shine. And yes, so the evidence was pretty flimsy, as you can imagine. A lot of confessions were brought out by torture and personal grudges. In the end, 10 people were executed, including several members of the Device family. They were hanged after being found guilty of witchcraft. And she... I don't know what happened to her. Did she live her best life? I don't know. I can't remember. I actually don't know if there's anything in there. The annoying neighbor following you around in your face yelling witch, and then you swear at her, and then everyone's like, she is a witch, she cursed. That was one of the how to spot a witches swearing. The entertainment industry dates back far longer than we think. Drama TV doesn't exist for no reason. This is true. The courthouse, public... Oh, actually, we talked about this during the torture stream. The courthouse, public executions, they were very much a source of entertainment. They used to sell popcorn. So you could get your popcorn and watch The Hanging with your kids on Friday afternoons or whatever the dedicated day was for executions. So she most likely entered an orphanage and became a nun. I mean, could she become a nun? She was a witch. Wait, she's Australian? That's normal? That's true. I have been saved. Okay. The trial... Oh, yeah. This trial demonstrated mass hysteria and how easy it was for marginalized people to become targets during times of fear and suspicion. Yes. Oh, thank you, Phoebus. Man, why do I always struggle? Phoebus! I forgot what game it is, but there was a game where you play as an inquisitor sent to a village about a witch. It turns out that everyone's a lying asshole except for an old lady who ended up getting accused. Is that Little Hope? Is that Little Hope? I don't know. But thank you. Oh, and also thank you for your 10 super. Thank you. It's like an expose video. It's very much like those Karen videos where you only see one side of the thing and then later someone else comes out with more footage and they're like, actually, it's kind of like that. Phobos. Why do I struggle so much then? I will remember that. Thank you. Gonna order that witch burning pay-per-view. Take care, Lion. I have to leave now for a walk. Okay, thank you so much for spending time with us. Don't forget to take your notes. There will be a quiz at the end of the year. Okay. Now we're gonna talk about Matthew Hopkins. He's got swag. Is he a hottie or a naughty? Now this guy. Okay, this guy was really only active for like 2-3 years. But oh my gosh, he did a lot. Freaking Hopkins. Exactly. He was an opportunist witchfinder general. So during the English Civil War, Matthew Hopkins declared himself the witchfinder general and went on a witch hunting rampage from 1644 to 1647. He died in 1647. Surprise! His campaign led to the deaths of over 320 witches over a period of 14 months. 14 months! Think about that. So he was a... well, basically, he conned his way into becoming the Witchfinder General. And Parliament at the time was like, yes, we will hire you to be the Witchfinder General. And he traveled to towns and he was hired by them to find all the witches in those towns for a price, of course. So he was paid per witch, 20 shillings per witch. You can probably see where this is going, right? And this guy was finding witches in towns where people were like, I don't think we have any witches. And he's like, I found 5 witches. And there's actually old I wonder if I can actually pull up a photo. Give me a moment. There is evidence of this. So towns would keep ledgers, and some of these towns actually have the ledgers from when he came to visit. And he was like, hey, I found 5 witches, you owe me 100 shillings. And the town was like, that's kind of expensive. And he was like, hey, I found the witches, you owe me money. So there's actually ledgers from this time. Ledgers, Matthew Hopkins. I wonder if I can find one of them really quickly. Witch Hunter. And it would show the... I can't see it. I will try and find it, and I'll put it in the Discord. I have seen it before. But yes, there's ledgers from these towns that he visited. He was a con man. He very much was. He was also extremely religious, which part of me is wondering, this dude gets memed on all the time. He does, yes. And he deserves it, frankly. Gotta respect the hustle. Yeah, so he was very religious. So part of me wonders if he was frankly delusional. But the fact that he did it for monetary devices. Look at him, he looks so trustworthy. Look at his blue hat. Hello, Dolly. He's got swag. I said that. He's very fancy. But the fact that he did it for monetary reasons, horrible history. I love that show. The fact that he did it for money makes me wonder if maybe at some point he was he got corrupted. He did have assistants that he worked with. He had 2 assistants that would help with the torture of suspected witches. But we will talk about that. So Hopkins used methods like the swimming test. That was the one where they're thrown into the water if they floated, witches if they drowned, innocent. He also relied on informers, often people with grudges or personal gain. He was also known to coerce people into accusing other people. This actually happened before he was declared the Witchfinder General. There was a trial where a bunch of witches were put on trial, and he went to the witches, quote unquote, the witches, and basically coerced them to accuse the old lady that was also on trial that she was the witch. So he was like, hey, I think maybe this lady convinced you or turned you into a witch. So he was, now that I say it out loud, I think he was a scam artist from the beginning. So you die regardless. Yeah, that's basically how this worked. The art looks like when people draw realistic faces but couldn't get everything else wrong. Hey, don't make fun of his fingies. You know, curious what he would think if he heard Yumi the witch is discussing about you. Wait, I was right? Oh my god. Yeah, what is he gonna get? 20 shillings? Not on over my dead body. He also... he also had a witch pricker. So this is another of the methods to see if someone was a witch. Also, well, we will talk about the witch pricker. But I will also talk about the devil's mark with the moles or anything like that. They would basically strip you naked and search your body, the female attendant, his female assistant, and shave your head and literally look for any blemish. Any teeny tiny itty bitty tiny blemish to prove you're a witch. Yumi thinks really no. They would get 20 shillings over your dead body. That was kind of the point. Banned. Do you have any moles? Not that you can see. That art looks like yeah. I see where Emperor Bellows from the Owl House got his inspiration from. Yes. Oh yeah, and the other one. Oh, now going to the witch pricker. So basically, they would poke you with a sharp, like needle-like thing over and over and over again, and if you bled, you were innocent, right? Right? But if you didn't bleed, witch. So you can imagine if they poked you in certain parts, maybe you wouldn't bleed. A thicker, maybe your hands or your feet, where there's thicker skin, if they would prick you. Also, apparently this is around the time they invented the retractable blade prick thing. So just for funsies, they would use that, and when they would, like, it would be retractable. So they would go to poke the witch with the needle, and they'd poke them, but the pokey thing would retract, and no blood would come out. Witch! So they were doing this from financial gain, essentially. And he was going from town to town and finding a ridiculous amount of witches. They're in the garden. Very friendly bunch of moles. Oh, I want a mole so bad. They look so cute. Have any that we can't see? Don't worry about it. I have a little birthmark on my hip. There you go. What if they don't prick hard enough? Exactly. Exactly. They had retractable blades, or they just wouldn't prick hard enough, or the needle wouldn't be strong enough to prick through thicker skin. All these women were set up to lose, honestly. And Hopkins was eventually discredited in about 1947. He was 27 at his time of death. I mean, honestly, look at this man. Tell me this man is 27. This man is not 27. There's rumors about his death. Some people say he may have died of illness, but some people say I hope this part is true. Some people say that he died at the hands of his own tests. People started accusing him of being a witch. So he was bound and thrown in the river where he floated, and he was sentenced to death. But he caused a lot of chaos to all the towns he visited. He basically drove the towns broke and killed a lot of innocent witches. Man, he got younger than me. God, I hate that. He looks 48. He aged the way he lived his life, like sour milk. The first prick did cause bleeding. They would try it a second time. Well, no, yeah, so, yeah, sorry, if I didn't make that clear. They would just keep poking them until they found a place that did not bleed. I assume if they just did it and they just kept bleeding, then they would pull out the retractable needle and do it and be like, she didn't bleed. She's a witch. Yumi, I just ate dinner. Am I making you sick, or are you just letting me know? I hope you enjoyed your dinner. Bruh, yes. Yes, yeah. This was very much a case of they refused to acknowledge the fact that... Do you guys hear music? It's really low, isn't it? I hope that was okay. You can hear the rain, though. That's nice. My ASMR history stream. You're welcome. They were basically... They refused to acknowledge they might have made a mistake. Okay? So, if they stripped you and didn't find a mark, that's what... They would shave your head and be like, it's probably under her hair. If they pricked you and you didn't bleed, they would keep pricking you. This woman looks like Swiss cheese. Witch! Yeah. It's very sad. But I guess this is what hysteria does. Matthew Hopkins. What a dick. Okay. Now we are going to be talking about Scotland's witch craze. This links into the next thing we're talking about, so I feel like we should touch on this. So Scotland had some of the most brutal witch hunts in Europe. The North Berwick trials from 1590 to 1592. They did a lot of damage in 2 years, honestly. Same with William. Hear me out. You survived being pricked, but now you got tetanus. Honestly, they probably didn't clean those pricks, so... that's a sentence. The North Berwick trials from... 70 people were accused, during the North Berwick trials from 1590 to 1592. They were accused, tortured, and executed. Accusations were often based on a fear of natural disasters or misfortune. So, you had some bad luck. You were accusing everyone in the village of being a witch. Now, this is the important part. Clips. Don't clip that. Don't clip that, please. Oh. King James VI of Scotland, later James I of England. I'm very excited about this. Played a big role in the persecution. After a storm disrupted his trip to Denmark on ship, he became paranoid about witchcraft and published the book called Demonology in 1597. This endorsed witch hunts and provided guidance on finding witches. Oh, look, another book. His fascination with witchcraft led to a rise in witch trials, not just in Scotland, but also in England. Yes, so this is what I was talking about, how certain rulers had certain beliefs. So he was on a ship, and he got caught in a storm, and a lot of shipsmen, is that what they're called? I don't know. A lot of shipsmen are very superstitious, and they accused a woman on board of being a witch, and she was the one that caused this. He was traumatized by his near-death experience, and sailors, oh my god. Shipsmen. Sailors and seamen, thank you. And he basically convinced him that it was caused by a witch. And yes, I forgot sailors was a word. Okay, excuse me. I don't like boats. I don't like boat helmsmen. That's what I was thinking of. That's why I said shipsmen, helmsmen. Which is the wrong word anyway. So that's how he got obsessed. Now, I want to know what his background was to decide that he's gonna write a book, but, you know, Sailor Moon, witch. She's got the name Moon in her name. She's probably the queen witch. Oh, I didn't... In the Pendle witch trial, the grandma actually confessed to being a witch, but she confessed to being the queen of witches, which I mean, go grandma. You're gonna go out in style. Now we're talking about demonology. Oh wait, no, we're not. I got excited. Excuse me. One major. Oh, he wrote demonology. No. Yes. Back to demonology. So King James VI of Scotland, who later became King James I of England, was a big player in the witch hunts of the 16th and early 17th century. His own experiences and writings heavily influenced his witch hunting efforts. One major thing he did was write a book called Demonology in 1597. We all know the book Demonology. Am I right? Yes. 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 It's a fun. It's a fun book. You should read it. Same with Malleus Maleficarum. If you want to read it, you can get online copies for free. Or you could get what a failure of a Scott bonk. And you can get vintage copies for very cheap from old bookstores if you like to inhabit them. I do. I got my copy for like $2. And I do like it very much. This book was written by James himself and was all about witchcraft and demons. You can see where the evil witchcraft rumors are swirling here. It was meant to back up the witch trials by giving a religious and philosophical reason for going after witches. Exasperated sigh here. In Demonology, James argued that witchcraft was a huge threat to both the state and religion. He pushed for a harsh punishment for those accused. He filled those dungeons with women. That's just a theory. A demonology theory. James' personal fear of witches and his support for witch trials really shaped the witch hunting atmosphere of his time. His reign saw many trials and executions, reflecting the widespread witch craze across Europe. Just absolutely horrible. A lot of these men needed hobbies, okay? But I guess they couldn't have them because then they would be considered witches. James's approach to witchcraft shows how leaders use witch trials to strengthen their power and address societal fears. So basically, if you, especially, we talked about being an independent woman or something. If you ever went against the crown, you would be accused of being a witch. Being a heretic, I guess, didn't carry as much weight anymore as being a witch. Exasperated sigh here. Remember not to read this out loud. No. Insert exasperated sigh. I say that sometimes out loud. I didn't write that. That was just me sighing. I'm just over this. I was writing this and I was like, why? Doesn't witch hunting count as a hobby? And this is why, perhaps, hopefully, fingers crossed, Hopkins was dunked and found to be a witch. Lesser Key of Solomon, my beloved. Damn these magic casters, they're a menace. Yeah, it's... A lot happened. But yes, so because he was also a royal and he wrote the book, I mean, it basically said that the church was behind the witch hunts, like they were supporting them, and so was the kingdom, which was good enough for a lot of other countries, okay? And a lot of the colonials, is that what they were called? Colonials. The Puritans? When the Puritans moved to the Americas, they brought this book along with them. And I mean, that's about the Salem witch trials, which we're not talking about today, because there's so much about the Salem witch trials that we will we will talk about that. Colonists. That's what I'm trying to say. Colonials. Colonists. Colonials are the houses. Colonists. In colonial America. Yes, and he did help fuel the fire, even unbeknownst to him, of the Salem witch trials, which you can imagine. A bunch of extremely religious people in isolated cities. Yes. with the Bible and the Book of Demonology. You know. So colonists brought their fear and superstitions with them to America. They were deeply religious, so basically if anything happened out of the ordinary... colonists. I'm trying, okay? Sometimes I can't say words. They brought... No, anything that happened, they considered demons and witchcraft out to get them. And fear of the devil and sin took root in small isolated towns like Salem. Bum bum bum. I want to attend the quiz. No, you have to attend the quiz. You don't have a choice. Dude basically got born Catholic, changed to Protestant, but didn't change. That's a lot of people. Didn't King Henry invent the Church of England because he wanted to get divorced? He wanted to get divorced and the church was like, I don't think so. And then he was like, okay, we'll see about that. Church of England! Finn! We've reached the end of our... We've reached the end of... Let me move everyone. We have reached the end of our first part of the history of witches. There was a lot to cover. We zoomed through it. I'm very proud of us. We didn't get too sidetracked about things. Oh, what's that? Look at my sexy legs. That's unbecoming. Don't look at the teacher's sexy legs. Oh. Where'd the broommates go? There you are. That's the Church of England, yes. Who's Finn? Don't worry about it. You don't know Finn? You don't need to talk about him. I could have written Sloot, but I didn't. You're welcome. Missing feet? Don't worry about it. I'm not missing feet. I have feet. Look. How dare you accuse me of not having feet? How dare you accuse me of not having feet? Can I go home now? No! Now we will discuss. Sexy legs, witch. I'm not a witch. I'm not a witch. Am I seducing you? If I am, don't tell anyone. I don't want to be accused of being a witch. Big brain. Tasukaru. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The thighs distracted me. The thighs distracted you to the point you forgot everything we talked about? Lesson is done. I need to leave. Hey! No, not yet. Yumi has legs for days. I told you I was tall. No one believes me. I think they just wanted to see your legs again. You're right. I got bamboozled. I got tricked. I got tricked by the students. But yes, that is our first part of the history of witches. There is so much to cover, and there's a lot of stuff that I didn't go into detail about. But I did mention it in side notes. But yes, there's a lot about the history of witches. But we will go more into depth on the Salem witch trials. And we will have a whole dark history dedicated to that. So we can go super in depth. And we can talk about all the accused and everything that happened. Wait, why is there an angry face? Stop that. Yumi's thighs are like the MIB flashy thing. Are you going to put us in class groups to discuss what we learned? Would you like to be put in class groups? Part 2 in a month? I have... Oh, that's a good point. I have managed to switch my schedule around a bit. So I have more time to put into more research-heavy streams like Dark History and conspiracy theories or hauntings and stuff like that. So hopefully we will have them way more frequently now that I have a bit more free time to work on things. Where's history? You missed it! You missed the class! Salami trials? Ooh. Yum. Time to strip. Need to prove you're a real witch. Whoa! I'm not a witch. Who said I was a witch, huh? I didn't. Don't accuse me of being a witch. If someone is in my group except me, not to know nothing. I'm gonna put everyone who didn't listen in the group together. And then you can all suffer. Yeah. History is history. True. What is the conspiracy theory? What about the conspiracy theory stream? We will have one very soon. Perhaps we'll take a break from witches. Or should we do witches part 2 straight away? So that it's fresh. Perhaps we will. No, there is no stripping in the classroom. Thank you. You can't do that to me. I will. This is what you get for not listening. Everyone's getting their own torture rack. Oh, no, that would be a nice thing to do. If you pass the quiz, you get to be put on the torture rack, okay? She's a witch, and the only way to prove she's not is okay. I'm about to go through the witch trials, I guess. No matter what, I'm gonna end up being a witch. I want an A grade. We'll see. This was a cool stream. Thanks, Professor Yumi. Thank you. Fresh. I don't meet new people. If I put you in a group, you will. Can I poke you to know you're not a witch? Excuse me. I beg your pardon. We have been behaved. Can we get punished now? No, I didn't say there were any punishments. I said there would be a punishment if you won at the quiz. Huh? Me? Being a perv? Witch? Honestly, yes. You are a witch. 100%. I'm getting motivation to pass the test now. There we go. Make sure you pay attention in class. Can I be tortured by your... Nope. Put me on the torture rack. I want to be on the rack first, though. I need a good stretch. Ugh. I would love it so much. I want my back to crack. I feel like it would be like early chiropractic. Chiropractic. Man, I hate words. This is a great stream. Oh, thank you. I hope you learned a lot. Oh, maybe I hope if you already knew a lot, hopefully you learned at least something new. That would be nice. Yumi's right. I must be tired from holding it up this whole time. I'm a witch. It doesn't hurt. I mean, I'm not a witch. Her back cracked. Witch. What? She's moaning on the rack? Witch. Words don't be wording. Cairo Velociraptor? Yes, that's what I was trying to say. I need to actually get ready for work for morning delivery. So is there a link to the slideshow? Would you like a link to the slideshow? I can arrange that. I'll put it in the description a little bit later. I did learn stuff. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. This is lots of fun. Can't wait for the next one. Yay! I'm very excited. A side note. I know I said I'll have a bit more free time to do more intensive streams. I have not done the schedule for next week. But tomorrow I will be on Katarina Cutie's channel for her abduction interview show that she does. So I will put that on the schedule. I will post the schedule tonight, so you don't have to worry about that. But just a friendly reminder that I will be there tomorrow on her channel. If you would like to stop by and ask some questions or see what happens. Yeah, release the lecture notes. You're right. If we're having a test, I should give you the lecture notes. Can't wait to be a witch hunter. Okay, okay, maybe I'm not giving you the lecture notes. Do we have access to all the materials for the final exam? Yes, you do, and it will be open book. Time. It will be a little bit later. Let me double check. It will be an hour and a half from now tomorrow. I hope that helps. Yes. 10 p.m. if you are on the east coast of Australia. 9:30 if you are on the central coast. If you're on the west coast, I don't know how math works over there, okay? It's kind of weird. Is it 2 hours? I don't know. But from this moment, an hour and a half tomorrow. Yes. Wait, are you my first teacher? What? Test me, please. I will test you. Be prepared for the questions. That is correct. I screenshotted all the notes we'll write down later. Hello, Toji. Welcome in. Yes, it helps. Okay. I need to go do deliveries. Bye-bye, Miss Yumi. Goodbye, Link. Have a good day at work. Hi. Hello. What's happening? We just finished our History of Witches stream. Yes, we had a slideshow presentation, and I gave you all some information on witches. Part 1. Part 2 will be coming soon. When she looks left and right, like that. Hey! I see what you're trying to make me do. Hold on. Maths in mythical Australia? Yes, we don't have maths. Hello, Porgon. Hello, hello. Do I have to stay late after class? You want to stay late and go through the slides all over again? Zelda Link? Zelda Link? Which? Which? Can you show us the Yumi teacher model quickly? You've... I already... Okay. Ahem. Here we go. Here's me standing next to my blackboard. I can't wait for part 2. The Salem witch trials we will be talking about. Presentation is over. Now we have donuts. That's right. A snack. A snack. A snack. Legs again? I heard witches have toes. Can you confirm and maybe show us a close... Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I see what's happening here. Do you think I'm gonna fall for this again? Also, you saw my toes when I wore my swimsuit. Donuts witch! Your green blackboard. Why aren't all blackboards green? Legumi enhance the screenshot. Have a burger. Yum. Your chalkboard is green. What color chalkboards are green? Is your chalkboard black? I always remember them being green. I'm not gonna lie. Everyone I've seen has been green. But yes. So, yes. Tomorrow, Katarina Cooties channel. Katarina Cutie's channel. Why did I say cootie? Katarina Cutie's channel for the abduction. And what are we doing for the rest of the week? I wanted to play 7 Days to Die next week, too. I hope that is okay. Cooties. I don't know. It sounded weird when I said it. I have to... Cuties. There we go. Yumi got cooties. No, I don't. I don't have cooties. I'm a teacher. I'm not allowed to have them. Why aren't they called green boards? I don't know. Maybe they started off black and then slowly changed to green. But we must see them at least once every stream to make sure they're there. I don't think so. Yumi getting kidnapped? The kidnapper becoming the kidnappee. Interesting. So happy for you. Thank you. It is my dream come true. Can't wait for your 7 Days stream. I love 7 Days to Die. I haven't played it since it was fully released. I've only played it in the alpha. No, I didn't. I played it in beta. No, I played it in alpha. Wait, who's trying to get bunked? No bunking. Well, no. Yes, bunking. Well, I don't know anymore. I have a lot of homework submission. Is tomorrow, and I'm here watching Yumi stream. Hey, go do your homework. We're gonna be ending stream shortly. I want to keep these short so that people can watch the VODs if they would like to watch Dark History. I haven't decided if maybe these just work better as I don't know if these just work better as yeah. What? I don't know if these work better as videos or as streams. But we will slowly figure that out. Short and informative. That's right. Yumi is a tough but fair witch. I mean teacher. That's right. I'm not a witch. Please don't burn me at the stake again. Nick has been sent to the shadow realm. Whoop. I will stamp if I can. Okay. Why not edit your stream and release a video? That's true. That is a lot of extra work, editing twice. But perhaps that might be good as well. Well, that makes it even better to keep them short so that I can actually do it. Witch plus teacher equals witcher. I'm a witcher. Are women allowed to be witchers? Can they? I don't think they can, right? I don't know. Hots for witch. I mean teacher. Recoil is crazy. What? Hey, don't look. All witches will get a complimentary job offer at a steakhouse. At a barbecue grill place. Extra work? Ew. No. Who would dare do that to our cute little witch? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Please don't burn me at the stake. Or maybe do. Maybe I like it. It's like a little tickle, you know? Oh, oh, oh. Toss a coin to your Witcher. Could you probably drink all that crazy stuff Witcher drinks and be like, is that all you got? Surely. Surely! I was just thinking that. Easy. What if I just stole it? What if I just stole it and became the Witcher? I'm very... oh, no, I'm not. I was say I'm very excited for the new season of The Witcher, and then I remembered. No, I'm not. Maybe. I'll watch the first episode. We'll see what happens. Yumi is the protagonist of Witcher 4. Yes, please. Yes, Siri. Siri is a Witcher, right? Yeah, that's what that's why I paused. I couldn't remember if I saw her drink, if she drinks the stuff though, right? She's training with the Witcher, but is she a Witcher? Rare or well done? I like my meat rare. Guys, I think Yumi is a witch because I've been enchanted by her beautiful eyes. Don't accuse me. Don't say that. They're gonna say I'm a witch. I seduced you. I'm a witch. Yumi's so hot that she can cook a steak. Yum. Hello, Willow. Hello, Willow. Hello, hello. I'll just stick to drink cat. To drink cat? What? Nah, no Cavill, no watch. I don't know. We'll see. I'll give Liam Hemsworth a chance. Yes, it is the first one without Henry Cavill. The lesser Hemsworth. Hey, don't say that. That seems mean. Give me a simple drawing idea for my VGD. What's a VGD? I don't know if... I don't know what that is. Damn, I miss... Oh, well, I guess I watched the VOD. The Teacher 3 while teaching. Yumi's a main character. Of course I am. Thank you, Thiago. Thank you. I'm pretty rare. Bonk. Siri never becomes a real witch because she doesn't undergo the mutations, but they consider her one of them. That's what I'm wondering. Thank you. I couldn't remember. It's been so long, actually. Gonna drink a cat smoothie? That sounds horrible. Cat and swallow are potions. Cat equals night swallowing. Oh. Dude, I was so confused. I was like, why are you trying to eat a cat? But yes. We shall end the stream here. Thank you for coming to Dark History, Season of the Witch. Yes. I hope you have learned some stuff. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I will see you on... well, I guess if you drop by Katarina's stream tomorrow, I will see you tomorrow. If not, I will see you on Wednesday. Yes. I do eat cats too. Well, okay. Thank you, Yumi was great. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye. I can't see anyone online, so we're not rating anyone tonight. So be good, stay safe, don't do anything I would do. You were such good boys and girls for your lesson today. See, I said I would say it, and I did. Okay. I will switch to this. Yes. This is the old schedule. I haven't updated it. I will update the schedule tonight. Be good, stay safe. Don't do anything I would do. I love you. Goodbye. Bye. Kiss. Oh, I kiss you like Calypso.